Test, test, test. Still there a little bit, Joey.
Kelly.
Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, in the class of 2020. Our class is unique in that we will one day be in the history books. I would like to start by giving a huge thank you to all of those who have helped us get to where we are today. We couldn't have done it without you. For those who know me well, you may be surprised to find out how challenging it is for me to be in front of you today. Today is the day where we not only celebrate our endings, but we celebrate our new beginnings. It was just 13 years ago when we first started our school career. To say that time flies when you're having fun is an understatement. Although we will forever all be in this together, in the famous words of the High School Musical cast, now comes the time where we break away and redefine who we are and our roles in society. I have no doubt in my mind that we will succeed, redefine the status quo, and conquer the impossible. I now ask that we take a moment of meditation to remember, reflect, and recognize what brought us to this milestone in our lives and what will bring us to many more endeavors in our future. I would also like to recognize our classmates who will be joining the military after graduation. Will you please stand? And to all the others, if you are or were in the military, would you also please stand? Thank you for your service to our country. Now let's join in singing the national anthem.
As we are gathered here this morning on this sacred field in solidarity, I have been given the esteemed honor and privilege to provide the introduction for your 2020 salutatorian Cameron Fox. I met Cameron 2 summers ago while I was painting bookshelves in my classroom. She happened to be in the hallway and asked if I could use some help. And while we painted, I knew that I had met an exceptional young woman. In November of 2018, Cameron was crowned Miss Green Wave Teen 2019, and she chose to make a difference in her community by focusing on school safety. She aligned herself with a national organization called Safe Schools, and she became one of their first teen ambassadors. She participated in conversations with leaders from around the country, and she became one of Safe Schools' first published teen writers. Cameron founded and became the president of Summerville High School's Youth Safety Council, and she also became one of the first student members of Dorchester School District 2's Safety Task Force. By June of 2019, Cameron had documented over 300 service and community service hours, and she managed to accomplish all of this while also continuing, as she did this year, to fulfill her roles as a high school student, a college student, a varsity athlete, and a member and an officer of numerous clubs and organizations. Cameron was recently named the 2020 Female Scholar Athlete of the Year, and she will graduate in just a month from Trident Technical College in July. Cameron will be attending the University of South Carolina in the fall, where she plans to earn her pharmaceutical degree. I am so proud of Cameron for the young woman that she was, is, and will become. She has truly left her mark upon Summerville High School, and I cannot wait to watch the imprint that she leaves upon this world. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to introduce you to Cameron Fox, your 2020 salutatorian.
On this extremely early morning on this tradition-filled field, I'm honored to welcome family, faculty, our superintendent, Mr. Pye, the members of the Board of Trustees, and most importantly, the class of 2020. Today is the day that we all have truly been waiting for. Today is the day that we all celebrate the amazing accomplishment of completing 13 years of challenges, successes, heartaches, and excitement. I want to thank the Dorchester 2 District Board and Summerville High School administration for making this in-person graduation possible. Although not everyone's family and friends could physically be present today, we are still eligible to celebrate from longer distances, something Summerville High School has never done before. We are truly making history. The class of 2020 is a graduating class that is like no other. We are the generation of students that have been challenged our whole lives with a volatile economy, war, and now a global pandemic. Despite these challenges, our generation has proven to unite in desperate times, to beat the odds, and to truly handle the cards that we have been dealt. During this troubling time, we have been taught many valuable life lessons. We have learned that our lives can change within an instant, and that in order to survive, we have to adapt to these obstacles. But most importantly, this pandemic has taught us to refocus on what is truly important in life, the people who love and support us. We have been given the opportunity and time to recognize our priorities and contemplate our futures, whether we want to pursue a higher degree, go into the workforce, or join the military. We have been given the opportunity to use this pandemic to create a clean slate, to truly think about the way we want to make our mark and change the world. This moment feels entirely surreal. Being here this morning, about to graduate, is a milestone for which each and every one of us has been waiting. As we sit in our Green Wave football stadium, it reminds me of how unique Summerville High School's community is. We may be one of the biggest high schools in the area, but somehow we have a small town family feel. It shines through whenever we bring as much school spirit as possible to cheer on our football team against the Swamp Foxes, or when our homecoming parade travels through our town to its final destination, right over there with our homecoming bonfire. Summerville High School has taught us many lessons through our academics, but also through social aspects as well. We were taught to love each other, support each other, and be there for each other. We will be able to take the lessons, memories, and experiences we have at Summerville to the next chapter in our lives, whatever those may entail. I'm extremely grateful for my personal memories and experiences at Summerville High School. As we listen to the upcoming speeches, hear our friends' names be called, and walk across this stage, I want us to all look around at our friends and families. Take this all in, because tomorrow this will all just be another memory. Take time to reflect on these past couple months and years, and remember what we have been through, and remember what we have learned. We will forever be a green wave. Congratulations, Summerville High School class of 2020. We finally made it.
Good morning. Welcome to the 2020 commencement exercises for Summerville High School. It is truly an honor to be a part of this great celebration. This celebration would not be possible without the individual sitting on the right side of our stage. I would like to recognize our district office leadership. Mr. Joe Pye, Superintendent. Dr. Glenn Huggins, Assistant Superintendent. Ms. Julie Canarins, Assistant Superintendent. I'd also like to recognize our Dorchester District 2 School Board. Mrs. Tanya Robinson, Board Chair. Mrs. Barbara Crosby. Mr. Justin Farnsworth. Mr. Evan Guthrie. Ms. Gail Hughes. Mr. Brian Mitchum. And Mrs. Lisa Tupper. The progressive, compassionate, student-focused leadership displayed by our district leaders is vital to our students' achievement at Summerville High School. I would be remiss if I did not recognize a group of individuals who give of themselves selflessly on a daily basis at Summerville. I'd like to take a moment to personally thank our outstanding faculty and staff for their amazing dedication and hard work. Members of the class of 2020, it is graduation day. As I ponder on what significant remarks I should make to you on this special day, I was overcome with a feeling of optimism. I was overcome with optimism because I have no doubt the class of 2020 will do great things. You are a special group. You are what the world really needs. You are intelligent, compassionate, hardworking, and most of all, you're outstanding young men and women. It doesn't take longer than 5 minutes listening to the news to understand why the world needs a group like you. Famous author J.K. Rowling once said, "We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better." I challenge you to go forward and make a difference in the world. Each day of your life, you're given an opportunity to do something good. No doubt there will be hurdles, roadblocks. You will always come to a point in your life where you must choose between what is right and what is easy. Your abilities are a void if you cannot use your skills and talents to make the right choices. I am confident that you, the class of 2020, are a group of young men and women who will use your influence to better the world. Anything worth doing requires effort and perseverance. Furthermore, remember not to get caught up looking at everyone else's story and miss writing your own story. Have a sense of urgency to live your most authentic life and become absolute best person that you can be. As you turn your tassel, you are ending a journey of your life and embarking on the next one. Do whatever it takes to make it the life you are dreaming of today. And remember always, no matter how far you travel away from this place, Summerville High School will always be your home. We wish happiness, success, self-discipline to make your life something you're proud of, and hope you will always have the support of the Greenway family. On a personal note, I want to thank the class of 2020 for allowing me to share in your high school experience. You have done amazing work in continuing the rich legacy of excellence that has come before you. You are and always will be the mighty Green Wave. I am honored to have been your principal. Congratulations to all of you. I could not be prouder. Thank you, class of 2020. God bless.
Good morning. It is a tremendous honor to introduce the student I first met as a junior marshal, already hyping our class's excitement for the next school year. To spend time with Bethany is to be in the presence of someone who initiates prolific change. As a student, she is a deeply independent thinker who questions everything and who values her time and energy for its capacity to better her own life and the lives of others. A student who was awarded Most Effective Attorney at mock trial, twice a distinguished delegate at Model UN, a 4-time president and student council, founder and inaugural president of Summerville Youth Council, all while working 20 hours per week, participating in many more activities, and maintaining the highest GPA. The Ohio State University may fail at beating football teams from this state, but they have succeeded in recruiting one of South Carolina's best students and your class of 2020 valedictorian, Bethany Baggett.
Tall. Hello, class of 2020. My name is Bethany Baggett, and as nervous as I am to be standing here today, I am also honored that I am able to recount our shared experience and how truly wild of a ride it has been. As a class, we have survived transitions to block scheduling, the introduction of the 500 and 600 building, 4 years of first-day hallway traffic congestion, Hurricanes Matthew, Irma, Florence, and Dorian, earthquakes, tornadoes, murder hornets, and beginning a new decade with the global pandemic that shuts the doors of schools and makes Charmin Ultra impossible to find. We have been through some seriously insane events. We should have known that the class of 2020 has never been normal, and being the first class in 24 years to have a graduation ceremony at Memorial Stadium John McKissick Field is very on brand for us. We have endured a lot, but we have been flexible. And instead of looking back, we have decided to look forward. Let's give it up for the class of 2020. Now, graduates, I know how proud you must be, but we did not accomplish all of this alone. At this time, please applaud those who have loved and supported you regardless of the oddly shaped hat on your head. Parents, give yourself a pat on the back. Your child is a high school graduate. My next bit of thanks goes to our teachers, counselors, cafeteria workers, custodians, and administrators. When I'm on Capitol Hill, I will work to give you all a raise. No other line of work is more deserving of one. And let's not forget the others that have really been there for us. Quizlet, Google Translate, Yahoo Answers, Chegg, and Photomath. Thank you for always being there. With recent events and executive orders, I know many of us feel robbed of an experience entitled to all previous graduating classes. But as Tim Cook recently said to the Ohio State graduating class of 2020, those who meet times of historical challenge with their eyes and hearts open, forever restless and forever striving, are also those who leave the greatest impact on the lives of others. We must live up to these expectations and strive to improve the trajectory of our community of large and small scale. But no one knows what the future holds. And as Sir Isaac Newton once said, what we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. As we navigate these times of uncertainty and chaos, we lean on the foundation provided by our school district because in order to get where we're going, we must remember whence we came. As children, we had a natural curiosity that acted as a launchpad for our future learning. As toddlers, we explored this curiosity when our parents and caregivers would take us to playgrounds, or as we tried to figure out how to crawl onto counters to open cookie jars. We had measurable growth, watching in awe as a pencil mark on the wall told us we were growing up. Life was magical, and Nintendo chat rooms made us feel really cool. Transitioning to our school years, our curiosity was satiated with arithmetic, syntax, and the rainbow parachute game in gym class. Here at Summerville High School, we have been fortunate to have the curiosity we had as little children be encouraged and prodded, challenged and nurtured as we have grown into the young adults we are, who are now receiving a high school diploma. But we cannot stop here. My fellow graduates, I challenge you to always embrace your curiosity and have the motivation to take action on it. To quote the American transcendentalist Ralph Waldo Emerson, good nature is plentiful, but we want justice with a heart of steel to fight down the proud. There is a profusion of problems in the world that we need to solve. We must speak out against injustices. We must question societal norms. We must be confident and full of convictions. We must lead gently, yet full of intention. And finally, in the wise words of Mr. Dave Kaiser, unpack your box. Take what you've always thought to be true and ask yourself why you've accepted it. Early in life, we are passive reflections of our political and philosophical beliefs. Dump out this collection and proceed only with what you can back with reasoned conviction. Challenge yourself. Ask questions. Go beyond what you learned in history class. Explore learning from a different perspective, even if you consciously disagree. Some items will remain in your box and others will be left behind. Though daunting, do not be afraid. Be brave and honest with yourself, as avoiding this process may limit you to your surrounding environment and hinder you from cultivating an individual identity. So consider the source and always use your own judgment. Know that you matter, though you may not know who you really are yet. Enjoy the small things. Have a sense of efficacy. Accept the things you cannot change, but change the things that you can. We have so much potential and we have no time to waste. So go, create, love, learn, inspire, and please wash your hands. Congratulations, class of 2020. See you all in 10 years.
The faculty and seniors respectfully request your cooperation as we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2020 in a dignified and respectful manner. All names are important to family and friends. Please help us ensure that all names are heard by holding your applause and celebration until all seniors are recognized. Please do not leave your seats to take pictures or videos. A photographer will take each graduate's picture as they cross the stage. Also, remain in place until the graduates recess from the field. At this time, please check to ensure that your cell phone is off or silenced. I ask that you all refrain from using air horns or noisemakers of any kind that might detract from this ceremony. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Summerville High School valedictorian and distinguished honor graduate, Bethany Sky Baggett. Summerville High School salutatorian and distinguished honor graduate, Cameron Ainsley Fox. Please hold your applause until all of the distinguished honor graduates are announced. Miriam Elisa Aldrubi Navarez. Jared Robert Andrzak. Sabrina Marie Avila. Caden Austin Batchelder. Rebecca Lee Bailey. Charlotte Cynthia Barker. Kaylin Elizabeth Barlow. Cameron Kyle Bicknell. Shirley Caroline Brown. Bridget Annalena Bruce. Bryn Caroline Brusso. Josie Lynn Tressa Buckner. Alyssa Ann Bird. Gabriel Scott Carnegie. Parker Thomas Castine. Kaya Sunil Clavier. Emily Robertson Collier. Nadia Talitha Crawford. Olivia Page Culver. Victoria Lynn Galvin. Lauren Taylor Giordano. Logan Richard Geyer. Hannah Elizabeth Harbin. Riley Ann Hatch. Tyler James Hicks. Connor Morgan Holloway. James Garrison Holmberg. Jaden Alana Holt. Jaden Cove Howard. Kirsten Michelle Howe. Riley Cole Huckabee. Elijah Sullivan Hughes. Evan Gage Jackson. Nolan Elliott Jackson. Matea Lorelei Jacobs. Jada Nichelle J. Connor William Keefe. Olivia Renee Ketchell. Lindsay Marie Kimball. Stephanie Lauren Knight. Salma Julia Koenig. Jarrett Michael Kondrowski. Annabelle Elizabeth Kornasevich. Cassidy Renee Landwehr. Aubrey Aaron Lewis. Catherine Jo Lieberstein. John Thomas Luxmore. Sarah Elizabeth Librand. Griffin Ian Lynch. Justin Ralph Marasco. Wallace David Mays II. Ellison Arthur Mitchum. Malik Antonio Mixon. Kylie Gray Nelson. Sean Michael O'Brien. Caitlin Paige O'Connor. Annalise Noel Pagan. Kaylee Dawn Perkins. Keely Alyssa Kate Perry. Kosta Petrovsky. Ryan Anthony Petrowski. Abigail Catherine Sue Piper. Alexander Michael David Price. Samuel Eric Reisner. Kevin James Riley. Grace Elizabeth Rooker. Erica Irene Ruman. Alejandro Ruiz Mora. Payne Brian Rutherford. Maxwell Turner Savage. Evan Annalise Seibert. Katrina Cherie Semendinger. Grace Emma Simpson. Ashley Nicole Sinkoff. Emma Riley Sipple. Alexia Ryan Smith. Kira Nicole Smith. Ashley Paige Stanfield. Grace Helen Stalker. Edie Suzanne Strickland. Kaylee Rose Swanson. Nina Grace Swift. McKenna Jean Semley. Luke Ryan Thies. Livia Bo Thomas. Jacob Edward Thornton. Cedric Dwayne Tolliver II. Victoria Madison Trump. Jacob William Tyson. Elizabeth Noel Vega. Cameron Reese Wagner. Mackenzie Lee Waite. Logan Michael Weber. Jessica Lauren Wells. Christina Clay Westberg. Drayton Wade Wiggins. And Kaya Elizabeth Zimmer. Please join me in recognizing the distinguished honor graduates. And now we present the honor graduates. Faith Mackenzie Abrams. Gisela K. Alex. Asia Angeles Allen. Haley Alicia Allen. Kenyana Octavia Michaela Alston. Cameron Quadrell Anderson. Dylan Deidre Baldwin. Caleb Gregory Barr. Colin Kenneth Bauman. Micah Avery Beck. Kaylee Marie Bergeron. Juliette Rose Berlanda. Emma Rose Bessie. Jacob Alexander Braddock. Colby Michael Brenner. Eric David Burton. Destiny Hope Busco. Bradley Richard Camerata. Christian Alexander Connell. Celine Marie Corkill. Wade Alexander Dana. Xavier DeAndre Davis. Shirley Nicole Ernst. Liliana Sky Figueroa. Nicholas Lewis Freitag. Timothy Walker Fries. Megan Lynn Gaines. Maddie Jane Gann. Brooke Lynn Garcia, Lori Michaela Goodwin, Madison Nicole Gorell, Maya Elizabeth Hand, Alexander Michael Hassan, Alexis Brianna Hendren, Ashley Faith Hewitt, Brittany Lauren Hewitt, Ava Lee Parker Jacobs, Imani Cabria Jones, Riley Elizabeth Journeau, Jonathan Morris Alexander Kalbach, James Asbury Lecomte IV, Javaria Monet Lewis, Haley Ariana Lippy, Michaela Catherine Litton, Marcus Alexander Laux, Nandia Jana Lauke, Haley Kathleen Svetlana Massenberg, Mark Ryan Danil Massenberg, Katie Ann Matthews, Hannah Caroline McVicker, Tracy Ann Milligan, Savannah Ashley Mitchell, Emily Margaret Morris, Jason Bryant Mosley, Morgan Marie Mulvihill, Charlie James Nagel, Amber Elaine Neiman, Haley Ariana O'Sullivan, Brianna Vivian Parker, Michaela Nicole Patterson, Chloe Sophia Pearson, Layla Simone Perry, Lexi Janelli Pettit, Cassidy Alexis Pinson, Rachel Ann Plain, Jalea Caitlin President, Isabella Marie Schatz, Jack Brendan Schwartz, Ashlyn Marie Scruggs, Jacob Joel Silva, Shemaya Tion Smalls, Bailey Robert Smith, Caitlin Elizabeth Smith, Jonah Mason Smith, Samaria Brene Smith, Zachary Stephen Sowards, Bethany Marie Special, Haley Noel Stevens, Tiana Aaliyah Tart, Abigail Arlene Taylor, Camaro Elise Tennant, Emma Noemi Thornton, Savannah Alexis Timmons, Anna Michelle Tone, Jordan Robert Trout, Kayla Marie Tucker, Savannah Rose Vogelsong, Abigail Dagny Wade, Carmen Lachelle Walker, Lauren Grace Weatherford, Alexander Neil Webb Jr., Samantha Jordan Wellington, Daniela Benet Williams, Sarah Kaylin Williams, Joanna Nicole Wood, Jaleesa Leanne Wright. Please join me in recognizing the honor graduates. And now the rest of the class of 2020. Tristan Ian Ray Abrams, Peyton Riley Ackerman, Taylor Renee Adams, Michael Nathaniel Allen, Deneem Armani Alston, Luis Javier Alvarez Lugo, Abigail Rose Anderson, Jordan Brianna Anderson, Nayera Monet Anderson, Samaya Nevea Adels, Luis Alberto Avila Mendoza, Vince Nino Seville Bacon, Caroline Hayes Bailey, Cole Allen Baker, Jocelyn Marie Barkley, Tyler Andrew Barnes, Hunter Lee Barnhill, Asia Natasha Barrett, Zantasia Tara Adina Bateman, David Giovanni Bautista Quintero, John Michael Beeman, Lauren Alexa Bell, Eric Bello, Gustav Nicholas Barini III, Mackenzie Paige Byan, Kaylee Madison Bishop, Jonathan Patrick Black, Madison Paige Black, Allison Dean Blackman, Faith Renee Blair, Haley Brooke Bluer, Madison Ann Bobbitt, Brooke Ashlyn Boland, Juan Felipe Bonilla, Moesha Nikera Bonner, Brett Richard Bogarts, William Walton Brabham, Mariana Opal Brady, Taylor Bailey Bronner, Michael Warren Brazel, Leah Renee Brehan, Ashton James Bright, James William Broach, Alyssa Mackenzie Bronson, Darrell Anthony Broughton Jr., Alana Noel Brown, Anastasia Michaela Hannah Brown, Kaywan Tyrese Brown, Morgan Yvette Brown, Nia Talitha Lachey Brown, Ashton James Bright, Philip Stefan Brown, Dylan Gray Bussey, Pierce Allen Bullock, Sarah Analia Bunch, Damian Hunter Bunnell, Bryce Andrew Burns, Henry Andrew Butterworth, Allison Grace Calvert, James Cameron Campbell, Carlton Solomon Capers, Saxon Robert Carlton, Zachary Graham Carroll, Shakayla Nicole Carter, Caitlin Elizabeth Clark, Shadiamond Alasia Cobbs, Carlos Therese Cohen Jr., Brittany Avion Kelly Collier, Darian Elijah Collier, Ari L. Cook, William James Corson Jr., Lainey Angeline Coriel, Caitlin Darby Craig, Madison Journey Creel, Cassidy Grace Cromer, Giovanna Tiana Cromwell, Landon Michael Culver, LaRon Santel Cummings II, Grace Olivia Dalton, Sabrina Angelique Danilla, Tiaja Simone Davis, Aquaria Daije Kehalani Deal, Caleb Dakota DeLee McCants, Brenda Esmeralda Delgado, Christopher William DeLong, Richard Anthony DeNegro Jr., Christopher Michael Orion DeWitt, Isabel Marie Diaz, Brianna Emily DeCesar, Rakeem Supreme Dismuke, Nicholas Earl Devana, Mackenzie Marie Donovan, Brittany Lynn Dorkowitz, Haley Magnolia Doss, Hannah Carol Doss, Gabrielle Simone Douglas, Deshawn Lavette Dowse, Deontay Dowse, Richard Grayson Drawdy, Chandler Jason Driggers, Teresa Claire Duby, Jasmine Alexis Dubose, Kayvon Latrell Dunmeyer, Jordan Alexander Dunn, Matthew David Dunn, Marissa Rose Durham, Hannah Marie Dye, Kyle Dean Dye, Bryce Xavier Dyer, Jalen Sinclair Edmond, Yanasia Janae Edwards, Sean Matthew Agnozic, Eric Xavier Egnor, Austin Jeffrey Ellers, Jason Wayne Elliott, Parker William Embleton, Justin James Escarica, Avery DeCarlos Felder II, Liam Easton Ferguson, Johan Feria Reyes, Benjamin Wayne Fizette II, Sophie Kathleen Flatt, Zoe Elise Fleming, Jasmine Lene Fogg, Gabriel Dominic Ford, Tristan Jalen Ford, Kanasia Zane Ford Spells, Jaden Michael Forstner, Jordan Allen Forsyth, Alec Mason Conrad Fowler, Maggie Jean Francia, Zeta Chardonnay Franklin, Zier Montrell Frazier, Zachary Dean Fry, Mark Evan Frick, Parker Seth Fulliter, Rachel Renee Alberta Funches, Victoria Michelle Furman, Sanquanasia Antica Kaishe Fayal, Santuan Martel Fayal Jr., Ron Christopher Gaddist, Jonathan Roy Gallagher, Alyssa Mackenzie Gandy, Julie Catherine Gardner, Caitlin A. Gardner, Kiera Danielle Elise Garrett, Colby Matthew Gatch, Miles Nicander Gathers, Colin Matthew Gaudioso, Devin Marquise Galden, Noah Fletcher Gerweck, William David Christian Giant, Jade Angel Galay Harvey, Catherine Levon Gilliam, Taina Tashea Gillison, Gabrielle Delane Glover, Daniel Gonzalez, Olivia Elizabeth Goodman, Joseph Romeo Goodman, Natavia Ebenasian Goodwin, DeAndre Washington Gore, Hannah Nicole Gore, Cheyenne Nicole Graham, Talasia Shawnee Great, Madison Reese Graziani, Angel Shantae Green, Demaje Donnell Green, Nishana Ann Green, Nicholas Dean Arthur Green, Carol Janae Green, Devin Anthony Greenhill, Noah Graham Gregorich, Hayden Mark Griffin, Zachary Thomas Guido, Charles Carson Gunnan, Dimitri Mackay Hamilton, Jeremy Andrew Hamilton, Kimora Alicia Dorothy Hamilton, Daniel Lee Hansen, Eric Thomas Hansen, Morgan Page Hansen, Tyler Robert Harding, Tajir Xavier Phillips Haynes, Alexandra Colleen Haywood, Garrett Joel Haywood, Jessica Shea Henthorn, Michaela Nora Hernandez, Caitlin Grace Hewitt, Anthony Christian Hickman Jr., Haley Danielle Hill, Jewel Amariah Hill, Raven Stone Hill, Madeline Eliza Hoffman, Kayla Marie Holland, Bryce Alexander Holt, LaKayla Nariana Hopkins, William Brody Hopkins, Jeffrey Dean Hoop III, Cassandra Huntley, Daniel Hunt Jackson, Jaden Tyndall James, Noah Samuel James, Jacqueline Haregui Yanez, Quintez Peter Lamar Jefferson, Destiny Monet Jenkins, Cody Thomas Jennings, Andrew Tyler Johnson, Ashley Michelle Johnson, Coleman Andrew Johnson, Kiana Lashanti Johnson, Marquez Jalik Johnson, Tanisa Nadrika Johnson, Tatum Shelby Johnson, Talia Cordisha Johnson, Morgan Ann Joliker, Lauren Ashley Jones, Tatiana Michelle Jones, Cedric Anthony Joyner Jr., Morgan Nicole Kapler, Gregory Armani Kareem, Lillianne Jean Karp, Qalib Imandre Amante Kidd, Kwanye Damone Kidd, Greg James Kessler II, Paige Mira Kilcullen, Desiree Christina Kilstrom, Cheyenne Rennell Lynn King, Ethan Jacob Kleiber, Michael Charles Clesius, Jeremy Alexander Knight, Teron DeAndre Koger, Reve Isaiah Brogdon Kopko, Raven Ruby Brogdon Kopko, Tristan William Lemunyon, Deshaun Marquise Ladson, Elizabeth Nicole Lamb, Jason Michael Lancia Jr., Hector Eduardo Lara, Darion Jaree Larry, Joseph Michael Larino, Caden William Lesk, Alana Eamon Levy, Courtney Savannah Lee, Deja Denise Lee, Keontae Montasia Katara Lee, Robin Adriana Lee, Alfredo D. Leon, Lily Ann Leroy, Shaimik Krishim Lassane, Sierra Elizabeth Lesko, Julie Catherine Angela Lessner, Jesse James Dakota Llewellyn, Riley Parker Lewis, Malcolm Eric Ligon, Timothy Just Limehouse II, Ashante Monique Lincoln, Jaqueen Sade Tamira Lincoln, Noah Braxton Lyle, Trenton Charles Locklear, Kelvana Jalivia Sierra Armani Lodge, Maya Mackenzie Long, Roosevelt Lopez Perez, Alexis Nicole Lott, Vion James Thomas Luck. Gianni Michael Anthony Lynch. Carson Lane Magic Plymel. Nicholas Hammond Mahon. Caitlin Nicole Mamano. Malaysia Joy Manuel. Joel Jr. Manzano Arenas. Isaiah Morenas. Shalea Amani Matthews. Valdacia Imari Matthews. Carla Misalia Matute Casillo. Trayvon Jaquel Maxwell. Isaiah Micah Mayhew. Stephen Maurice Mazik III. Kendall McDowell McClary. Caden Bryce McComiskey. Ruby Grace McCraney. Satirius Ave Diane McEachern. Beliza Devon McGinnis. Kelly Renee McGrew. Adam Ryan McCanna. Aaron Christopher McEwen. Trent Bo McNeese. Krishan Damani McPhee. Julio Cesar Marita Jr. Mackenzie Alexandra Merriman. Collier Wade Messick. Kyle Leggett Mushaw. Shamar Jawan Middleton. Angel Marie Miller. Destiny Rose Marie Miller. Thomas Reeves Miller. Maxwell Connor Milligan. Tyrese Malik Mitchell. Amethyst Noke Halani Mizelle Akiona. Shepherd James Mobley. Capers Raymond Melina Rowley. Anthony Damone Moore. Dominique Brazil Lashana Moore. Brendan Matthew Morano. Garrett McMinn Morrow. Parker Jonathan Morrow. Jeremy Cole Mose. James Moore Moulton. Alexis Nicole Morenza. Michaela Ann Mulhern. Natalie Rose Munoz. Morgan Lee Murray. Trenton Chase Murray. Isabella Nicole Myers. Marley Ann Myers. Dylan Allen Niebeck. Dalton James Newman. Haley Michelle Nicholas. Nathaniel Thomas Nicholas. Kyle Lee Nicholson. Kamari Jaquan Norris Nix. Temi Nunez. Rachel Lee O'Connell. Tyler Allen Olson. Caitlin Josephine Osborne. Daniel Albert Hunter Uten. Madeline Kate Owens. Logan James Palma. Darcy Marie Paysor. Alexandra Elizabeth Piegler. Peyton Cole Penley. Caitlin Patricia Perrone. Tavion Amonse Sekou Perry. Gabrielle Sine Peterson. Asia Ashanti Marie Phillips. Lauren Emily Phillips. Rebecca Pinkney. Savion Craig Pinkney. Gabriel Alexander Panetta. Christopher Jason Pullman. Miles Scott Popelka. Miracle Asia Porter. Bryson Chase Postel. Calvin Saquon Pringle Jr. Cole Mason Puffenberger. Joseph McInerney Quinn. Ramona Bonita Jordan Robele. Elizabeth Louise Ramsey. Daniel Lamont Braxton Reed. Stephen Michael Renner. Brianna Ashley Reynolds. Logan Noah Reynolds. Haley Elizabeth Richards. Raquel Marquise Richardson. Taylor Ann Nicole Richardson. Grayson Matthew Ridge. Kevin Zachary Riley. Christopher Jaden Rivers. Amanda Vernay Robertson. Antonio Larone Robertson. Abriana Monet Robinson. Rico Sharon Robinson. Christian Devin Robish. Keeson Jackson Rodriguez. Kenya Rodriguez Mendez. Nadia Mackenzie Rogers. Skylar Elise Rogers. Christiane Renee Rollins. Caleb Lamont Roper. Jaden Alexander Ruffin. Nyasia Anjane Russell. Shelby Dean Russell Fonseca. Emma Elizabeth Rutz. Margarita Sanchez Hernandez. Faith Shatea Sanders. Tiana Nicole Sanders. Gianna Jade Sapio. Ruande Eski Saunders. Tierra Nicole Savage. Ernest Christopher Saxon. Kaylee Francis Shuto. Ariana Alicia Scott. Malachi Javier Scott. Brianna Nijay Seabrook. Kayshana Patrice Seabrook. Tyler Joseph Sargent. Takaya Naima Shof. Tanaya Latasia Shof. Mackenzie Kate Schweck. Ayesha Samaya Simmons. Samantha Ariana Sakaya Simmons. Shatabia Monet Simmons. Morgan Sierra Simons. Jordan Malik Singleton. Mallory Sarah Soroyce. Sydney Jean Sizemore. Stephen Louis Dale Skorupski. Corey Alexander Slark. Jerry Mitchell Sliwa. Charlie Ann Slusher. Alea Saban Smalls. Aaron Tyler Smith. Braden Alexander Smith. Burgundy Rain Smith. May Catherine Smith. Sedavian Markel Smith Simmons. Trinity Doriance Snyder. Tayana Myasha Snipes. Patrick Roy Sott. Aaron Alexander Standridge. Caleb Allen Stanfill. Aaron Mizell Stelzer. Dasani George Igeria Shelmerica Barbara Deshandre Zykim Stevens. Carson Andrew Keenan Stevens. Shalika Sheree Stewart. Jordan Victoria Stokes. Caleb William Stone. Olivia Sky Stover. Shalasia Camille Street. Jada Simone Strong. Kale Nicholas Stryker. Josephine Del Rey Solomon. William Hunt Summersell. David Luke Taylor. Timothy James Thacker. Jasmine D. Thomas. Madeline Ray Thomason. Sullivan Grace Thompson. Timothy Troy Tillman Jr. Kanaya Zaray Tisdale. Ahmad Tyreek Tucker. Omari Shaikeem Tucker. Garrett Davis Tupper. Anderson Isaiah Turner. Spirit Imani Twiggs. LaShonda Monique Tyler. George Zafaris. Christian Ross Underwood. Victor Adam Uriostigui. Ricardo Utrera de la Cruz. Maxine Barrett Van Auken. Sarah Louise Van Beber. Jared Andrew Van Wert. Garrison John Veith. John Robert Julius Venters. Isa Lamar Villalobos. Madison Victoria Vinson. Juan David Volquez Rodriguez. Hannah Nicole Walraven. Parker Allen Warder. Jacob Stevens Waring. Marcus Jamal Washington, Alexandra Alexis Watson, Bryce Alexander Watson, William Chase Watson, Destin Markel Weeks, Nina K. Weichel, Shaheem Omar West Point, Ellie Ryan Whitehead, Harry Jr. Wilder III, Shantoya Monique Wilder, Aaliyah Nicole Williams, Destiny Perletta Williams, Jaden Simone Williams, Keith Latroy Williams Jr., Madison Elizabeth Williams, Simone Ashanti Williams, Garrett Thomas Wills, Tanasia Lavaria Wilson, Zakiah Mackenzie Wilson, Heather Lee Wimpy, Michaela Elizabeth Wood, Noah Andrew Woodbury, Christopher Dawson Woods, Jenna Lee Workman, Dawn Cassidy Wright, Dylan John Wright, Kennedy Nevea Wright, Tajmeek Kamal Wright, William Cole Wright, Antoine Rashid Daman Wrighton, Precious Mahogany Wynn, Wayne Anthony Yarborough Jr., Samuel Russell York, Kievin McKendry Anthony DeWan Young, Tristan Taylor Young, Zachary James Young, Kayla Marie Zachary, Zachary David Zanowski, and Emily Catherine Ziobro.
Are you ready? Ms. Scott. Ms. Scott, you ready? All right. Now it is my duty as principal of Summerville High School, on behalf of the faculty and staff, to certify Mr. Pye, Superintendent of Schools, and to the Board of Trustees that these seniors have fulfilled all state and local requirements to earn the high school diploma. Mr. Pye, it is my recommendation that all members of the class of 2020 be accepted as duly qualified.
As superintendent and on behalf of the Dorchester School District 2 Board of Trustees in the state of South Carolina, I do certify that all the candidates for South Carolina's high school diploma have met all graduation requirements. Therefore, I proudly accept the Summerville High School class of 2020 as graduates. Congratulations.
Green Wave 2020. That has a really nice ring to it, doesn't it? To help close out our graduation ceremony, I wanted to share a poem with you all that means so much to me, Desiderata by Max Ehrman. I have often thought about this poem when thinking about commencement and how we should go out in the world to begin our lives. I hope you will enjoy it as much as I do. Go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly and listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexatious to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. I encourage you all to take these words and go out into the world with freshness, optimism, clarity, and grace. May we begin our adulthood as people who are able to learn from others and as people who leave every stone unturned. Now it is with great pleasure that I ask the graduating class of 2020 to please rise. Move your tassel from the right to the left. Remain standing for the alma mater, and congrats guys, we made it.